Well, menopause, first of all, my skin completely changed. Color-wise, texture-wise, my hair changed, everything changed. So what had worked for me for 40 years, 35 years, no longer was working. Or it was working, but not as well as I wanted it to. So it's just been trial and error with trying to find what would work now. So wanting to look my age, not wanting to look older and not wanting to look younger, it's a definite battle.
Hey ladies, welcome back to my Fierce Aging series. I'm so excited that I'm back in the studio doing makeup on what I love to really do is women of age. And so today we're working with Barbara, and she has such a beautiful personality. She is so ready for gorgeous skin, gorgeous makeup, and funny enough, I put So Gorgeous on her at the end, which is a surprise, something you would think I wouldn't use on somebody in their 60s, but you know what? We push the limits, ladies. We're bold, we're fierce, we're unapologetic, and are we ready? Ladies, let's get this beauty started. Start off prepping Barbara's skin, and I'm going to use my Ever skincare pads because these are the peel pads. They're so easy. This is why I always am really just using them, because it's going to brighten the skin, it's going to retexturize the skin. It's really a nice, easy way to get that exfoliation in your skin, basically removing that dead skin, giving that fresh new look, but you're not using a chemical or you're not using a granular. This is going to be really nice. It does have azelaic acid in it, caviar lime. It's going to be nice and gentle, but you're going to really start seeing fresh new skin when you're using this. I'm going to take the Ever, this is a new product they came out with, Daytime Brightening Serum Vitamin C Booster. I slather this on my skin morning and night, and I've seen really beautiful difference with my skin. So I'm going to just put this on. I like to put it on my little kind of metal little palette here because it's easier to apply. I'm using just the foundation brush. I'm going to be using in this whole tutorial my essential makeup brush kit, which is 9 vegan brushes. I designed them for you so they're easy. It's not overwhelming. This is how I apply it, but you'd apply it with your fingers. You'd warm it up in your hands, but it gives a beautiful glow to the skin, and it's not greasy and oily. So this is why I like to prep the skin, because I really want the skin to absorb this into the skin. So when I go to do the BB cream, the concealer, I have a beautiful, beautiful hydrated skin. Next, I'm going to take the Revive. This is an intensive eye lift. This is going to really nicely hydrate the eye area for Barbara. So I'm going to just go really on this orbital bone here. I'm going to just put it on. You can work it in with your fingers too. I do want to have a lot to be able to soak up right here, because it's going to sit on the skin until I get to it. And then when I start concealing, it's going to be nice and hydrated. Going in with my eye and lip primer, I'm going to prime Barbara's eyes. I really want to bring to life this lid. So it's going to have her eyeshadows look true. It's going to really basically give a nice priming to the eye area. So close. So I go to the base of the lashes, and then I go all the way up to the brow bone. So I just want this all to be one color. I want it to be nice and primed lighter. We don't want to start off with a dark lid, because if you do that, ladies, you're going to have your eyeshadow colors mixing in with your skin tone, the redness, the purples, the blues, whatever you have going on with the eyelid. You want it to be nice and neutralized. You want to have great staying power for your eyeshadows, and this is the best way to do that. So you can see, close your eyes. You can see this is nice and primed, and then you have the unprimed eye here. So you can see the darkness, you have a little bit of different coloration, the different tone. So you have a nice, ready to go for the eyeshadow on this eye, and then this eye here needs to be primed. I'm going in with the eyeshadow palette Choices. I picked this out because We all have choices in life, right?
Yes.
Especially as we get older, we can choose what we want to have in our lives. We can choose what we don't want to have in our lives. So this is a beautiful bronzy palette. I really, really enjoy wearing this myself. So I'm going to just take this middle color, and this is an all sheen palette. Really, really pretty. And I feel like with Barbara's coloring, this is going to really look beautiful. It's going to bring the eye alive. So I'm going to start off with the center. You know that I like applying most of the eyeshadow in the center of the eye. Then I work it to the inner corner and to the outer, but it gives me a lot more control to start in the center and then be able to move the product around instead of keep picking up product and putting it on, then I have too much eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with the deepest color here, and I'm going to just take my blending brush. It's a tapered blending brush, so it's almost like a little bit of a point. It's like a pencil point. I'm going to go into the deepest color, and I'm going to just create some depth on Barbara's eye. I don't want too much, but I'm going to go right into this corner here, and I'm just going to start building up the color on this brow bone. I want a little bit of that defining, like definition on the brow bone. Just really soft, but it's going to give a little bit of contour right in here. So I'm really keeping that color to the outer corner of the eye, wiping off any excess so I can easily go over the product and not keep adding to it. Just going to take the lightest color now and just highlight a little bit of the brow.
It's interesting to do all this before the eyebrows.
Mm-hmm. So we'll move on to the eyebrows. I did bring out my stencils that I designed because I know that Barbara's brows, as you can see, she has the hair there, not a lot of shape. So she might feel like, you know what, I really want to kind of create more of a shape on these brows so they just don't kind of go down, but she might not know how to do that. So taking a stencil is very easy, and it kind of gives you a guideline before you know really what to do. So it kind of, you don't have to guess. So basically I could take a classic arch like this, and I could go and measure up the brow that she has with the stencil. And you're going to see, you just turn your face here, you're going to see where we could really kind of give her, see that little arch there that she's missing? We could give her a little bit more arch. So it's a great way not to kind of guess and say, oh, you know what? I don't really know where to put this arch, or I want to have something that looks really beautiful but still natural. You can really do it by having a stencil. So I'm gonna just use the stencil to kind of guide me, and I'm gonna use the Skinny Brow pencil in dark brown. I'm going just to measure out Barbara's eyebrows. Are they starting where they should? So the outer corner of the nose straight up. So she could come over a couple strokes, ball of the nose over the iris. So this is where we would want to give her a little bit of that arch. So it brings up the eye, and then the outer corner of the eye, she's going to be basically ending where she should. So if I just make the little mark here, I'll know where I need to be with the stencil. So I can go just like this. So you can see this could be a little bit more dramatic for her, but if I really want to get that arch, I'm just going to maybe pencil in the top there. That'll give me, okay, that's where it is. So I'll take the stencil down, and then I will just start working with where I place that arch so everything will go together nicely. So it's always nice to have a template, being able to structure it out and fill in and make a really beautiful brow. So the idea, ladies, is to work with what you have and to use the spoolie. So if you feel like you have too much of the color, you can easily just blend it out. But what I want to do is I really want to concentrate on pulling up the eyebrow on the ends here, giving her more of a structure than having her eyebrow flat or coming down. That's not what I want to do. I want to really kind of uplift the eye. That is going to be with the eyebrows and pulling the eyebrows up. So I'm happy with the shape that we have here. Can go a little softer on this arch here. Easily done with just working with your fingers. Again, nothing set in stone. If you don't like it, take it off and restart. Not a big deal. So we have a beautiful eye going on right now. We're gonna go into the liner now. I'm taking the waterproof dark chocolate, super, super creamy, long lasting, really beautiful. So I'm going to do my technique that I like to do. I go to the base of the lashes and I really build up this lash line. I want this lash line to look beautiful, but not heavy, not thick, not going over the top. Just look down. So you can see, you pull up the lashes and I'm literally in between the lashes. It really, really looks nice. It gives you that definition that you want without adding a lot of weight. See? Look down to your front, yep. I'm just taking a little bit of the eyeliner underneath. I want it to look like that right now because I'm going to go back in. I don't need this to be perfect and I don't want you to feel like you have to apply bottom liner perfect. I'm just going to go and take my short smudge brush. This is really nice and dense. This is what I like to call my eraser brush because I literally will go back underneath and I will just erase the line to be perfect. This looks really, really great when it's a little smudgy. I'm going to take Nikol Cosmetics. This is my mascara that I love because of the teeth in this wand. It's really, really tight. They have it's a flat wand, but it has teeth on both sides. So you can really get all of your lashes. Just look down. I'm not going to be curling her lashes right now because I'm going to be putting on false lashes. I just want to coat these lashes so they have something on them and they'll mix in with my false lashes. I'm going in with the Ardell 420s. I love showing these lashes with all of my ladies because they're so natural, they look so good, and I'm gonna just use a little Eye Duo in dark. So this is going to add to the liner a little bit. Just looks really, really pretty, fringy, light, beautiful, and it's just gonna complete my eye look. Okay. I'll look into that camera first, and then look into this camera over here. I'm going in with our warm concealer trio. So you have 3 different options depending on the day of the skin, I have darkness, what have you. And I'm going to do a custom combination for Barbara. It's going to be really nice. Again, I want to work with the skin. I don't want to cover up the skin. That's not the objective here with my Fierce Aging. It's about looking beautiful, confident, but not looking like you just left with a mask of makeup on. So I'm going to take the concealer and I'm going to go right into this corner here. If I find it to be a little too light, that's okay. I just go in with a little bit of the darker color and I kind of just match with her skin. I want to be about a shade to 2 lighter. I'm going to go right underneath her lashes. I'm going to really just bring this down. So I'm kind of marrying this area here. Again, I don't like to just do this area and leave this out because I don't want to have too much of a demarcation, if you will, because then when I put the BB cream over, I want everything to really kind of layer and go together so you don't see where I put the concealer, where the BB cream is, or the foundation, or whatever medium you're using. So this is a little lightening up the area, going to look really gorgeous, but we come down to the corner and I just taper off. So I'm lightening up this whole area. If I just did this, right? So say I just took this and I went like what you see some people doing, right? You're going to have so much lightness here that's not blended. So you have a little bit of a ridge, so it dips down into the skin. So then it's going to be a difference between how the light hits it also. So I want to bring this down so we just don't have this being light and then this being a different color because it's a little bit higher than this, if that makes sense. So that's why I basically bring this down so you can see everything is married together. The skin is one. It's not like I'm just doing this and then I'll put another thing over and then keep layering and adding. So this is going to be worked into the skin. And again, not to worry, ladies, it all comes together. I mean, you're seeing, it's kind of like when you're making a cake or you're kind of doing things in layers, that it'll come together. You just have to trust the process of working through this. And again, if you don't like it, it's the wrong color, it's too dark, wash your face, start over. That's the beauty of makeup. You can always start over, you can always customize and always make it work for you. In the areas that are a little bit darker, kind of recessed a little bit, I'm going to use Lighten Up concealer just to give me that extra right in here. I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm going to work it in, but it's also a little bit of a peach color, so it's going to be a color correcting. So just in this area here that I feel that I want to lighten that a little bit more, and then I'm going to use my buffing brush to work it in. We're going to go in with the light medium BB cream. This is going to be buffed into Barbara's skin. I put it on my little palette here. Use my buffing brush and I'm just going to really like illuminate the skin so you can see what a beautiful color. This is just going to go in. We'll definitely take it down to the neck. We'll buff it all in together, but this is such a beautiful color because you can see, you get a sheen, you get a really lively look to the skin. It doesn't matte out the skin. It doesn't make the skin look dull or lifeless. This is a really beautiful hydrating BB cream, which is basically stands for beauty balm. I don't think we've ever really covered that. CC Creams is color corrector, tone corrector. BB cream is a beauty balm. It's really going to hydrate the skin and really gonna give you that beautiful tone, but it's not going to be heavy like a foundation. It's not going to feel like you're wearing something. It's just going to even out the skin, really make it come alive. Just really looks beautiful. This is my favorite part. Now that the BB cream is on, I'm going to just take a little bit of my translucent press powder so I can just set underneath the eyes and in the T-zone. So I'm going to go in with a duo, a blush and a bronzer for Barbara, and I think this will be really pretty because I like to have that mixture of two colors. You can use one side for the bronzer if you want to and one side for the blush depending on your mood or what you want to do, but I'll just mix them together and I think it really gives a nice beautiful combo, especially having darker skin. You're going to get that beautiful kind of flush look to the skin, but you're also going to get some bronzing and definition. We're going to go into the lips now. I'm using Graceful. This is a waterproof lip liner, really, really pretty. And this is going to just define the lips. I think it's very important when we age to really define the lips, not let our lips kind of get lost, just like the brows. Like I really like to fill in the brow. It gives that definition. The lip liner is going to give definition to the lips. I'm going in with Beauty Reinvented because I feel like that's what we do, right? We're reinventing our beauty as we age, and this is such a beautiful color. It's high gloss, and it's going to just give Barbara that kind of that depth that I wanted. You can see it coming through. I could have done a nude, I could have done something really lighter, but I really wanted her to have her lip stand out, but not be a red, not be too bold. This is such a beautiful color. Moisturizing. So Beauty Reinvented is on Barbara's lips, and then of course, I have to top it with something. So Champs, for short for champagne, is going to go over because I just want to give her a little bit of highlight. You can see that highlight coming through just right when I apply it. I love this. I add this to every lipstick because I love that it's just going to give you that extra. Now that Barbara's look is looking radiant, gorgeous, beautiful, I could take another little eye topper. This is called So Gorgeous. It's in the golds. It's going to give her just, if this was evening, I'm just going to pop the lids with something that is going to be extra, but why not, right? Being bold or being unapologetic. Close. So I can just take this, put a little bit on her lids. I'm not afraid to do this. Doesn't matter what age. Okay, I just want a little reflective. Do you see how I'm just tapping it on? Just tapping it on for Barbara's lids, giving her just a little bit of, I don't know, stepping up.
Bravo.
Yeah. So now you really can't tell, but when she closes her eyes, she's at dinner, she's at cocktails, what have you, the light picks it up. It really kind of just gives her that extra. Simple. It's not over the top. You're not trying to be 20. You're just saying, you know what? I want a little something. I want something that makes me feel special or extra. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. See what you think.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is terrific. And I never underline the under.
Oh, you don't?
My eyes, never. Because I always think it would make them look smaller. It really makes them look larger. Oh, and the brows are great. Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It looks terrific.
You look so pretty.
It does. It looks really pretty.
Thank you. So Barbara is going to rock this beautiful bronzy look. She has choices in her life. She's going to make those choices. She's going to be really out there and just feeling confident and strong and knowing that what she's doing is the right way to apply makeup for her age. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.